Alrighty, fellas. Pantheon Podcast, episode 2. Interview with Yegi, or Y50, I'm guessing that's his name. Y55, and then Evade.
You say that.
Yeah, so I'll just say, okay. Why don't you all introduce yourselves?
Okay, so my Discord name is Y55, and I do e-commerce full time basically as a 17-year-old. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also a 17-year-old who is fully focused on ecom, and yeah.
So, how much do y'all make per month from that?
I'm doing 30K right now. Flat.
And slightly under. Last month was pretty good though, like 30s somewhere.
So, y'all are
Yeah.
partners in this, or one of you works for each other, or what's up?
No, we do it individually,
Yeah.
but we just
we're
like
both-
we're like a duo. It's not like we don't split the money, you know, but like we just talk about it all the time, everything. Yeah.
How much of that money is in profit? Just pure profit?
about 30s.
Yeah,
that was
30%.
back then.
So, you spend most of
30%.
that money on ads?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, I'm 30K profit, but like revenue. How much revenue? Probably
Was
around
it
100K.
111? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
probably 100K almost. Yeah.
yeah. I'm only at like 11K a month. Sitting around 30% margins.
How long have y'all been doing that?
I started maybe in January. Yeah.
Me too. I guess it's December for me, like last December, whatever.
Yeah.
Could you give us a little bit of an explanation on what you sell and how you make money?
Well, we sell everything on e-commerce. We're not really tied to a specific niche. We just sell whatever's popping, and whatever sells. It's any niche. Like any niche is sellable. Just finding the right audiences and etc. and marketing it the right way, pretty much.
So what's the main way you advertise?
Right now I'm doing 100% TikTok. I don't know about Kyra. I think he's doing both Meta and TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just do both. It's like split and split. Some days I'll test Meta. Meta's just like Facebook and Instagram ads, while like TikTok. So yeah,
Yeah.
just try both basically.
So how does it work with meta ads? Do you want to
So
explain the
with Meta
process?
ads, with Meta ads is very similar to TikTok. It's just Meta ads you can kind of choose, and I think Meta ads has more algorithms and stuff like that. But other than that, it's basically the same as TikTok. Sometimes, if a product's working on Meta, I'll move it to TikTok. If a product's moving on or working on TikTok, I'll just move it to Meta. I kind of interchange them. It really depends on the product too. Like if I'm selling let's say like a home decor, I'll try Facebook first maybe, because I feel like Facebook's a slightly older generation, and like people, if I'm trying to sell to like moms, dads, whatever, I'll probably start with like a Meta. But yeah, it really depends on the product.
So do y'all have inventory, or is it just drop shipping basically?
100% dropshipping for me.
I'm gonna try to do an inventory, but nah, I'm just drop shipping.
So you don't specialize, you just, whatever works, you go for it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we both have a few brands, but it's not.
We're not ordering stock. It's all through dropshipping.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Pretty
I wanna
simple.
give y'all a little bit of a business question here, just to see how much y'all know. So
Okay.
let's say I had a gym, right? And I want to make merchandise. What would be better? Would doing a print on demand type system work, or getting a stock of orders work? What
Well,
would
it
be-
depends. It completely
th-
depends. Okay,
Yeah.
so what kind of gym? Okay, so think about it, right? For a gym, all of them are basically targeting the same group of people, probably, right? Probably, I would say honestly, with the younger wave of self improvement and everything like that, probably around 15 to 35 is the main demographic for gym. Me personally, I would never print any kind of merchandise or anything, order any MOQ, unless I know that
What's
it's going to
MLQ?
sell. It's minimum order quantity. So I would not do any of that. I would only drop ship at first, test the merchandise, test the sales channels. I don't know if you're going for paid ads or organic. If you're a gym brand, you're probably organic at that point already because you're already trying to build a sustainable following and everything. But I would not order any amount of merchandise or print on demand or anything like that until I've seen proven concepts through drop shipping. The first couple orders will be fulfilled 100% drop shipped, and then after, if there's a lot of requests for it to come back or something, this is on. I'm assuming this is on a store, like an
Yeah,
e-commerce store
a
website, not
website,
selling in person.
gym
Yeah,
website.
yeah. I would do that for sure without ordering big bulk purchases of a certain design. Yeah, I don't know what Vade would say. Pretty much probably similar. I'm just low risk,
Yeah,
high reward.
I mean, yeah, I'd literally just say if there's demand for it, you just test. Yeah, I'd literally just see if there's demand for it. Know your target audience, and
For
then
real.
that's it.
Not for real, because like why? Why would you want to like limit? Like why would you want to increase your risk when you can just drop ship first? Like it just doesn't make sense, especially at the beginning. You don't even know if the design's gonna flop or not.
So, could you explain how dropshipping works in its entirety, like the whole process?
Yeah, I bet you want to explain it. I just did a lot of
Um,
talking. I'm just-
sure. So dropshipping, it's when you first sell something that you basically don't have, it's not in your inventory whatsoever. And then after you start selling this, you go out to suppliers, you reach out to suppliers, and you try to find this product. Or you could do it the other way around. I'll always work around. Normally, let's say there's a lot of websites to find, let's say, product suppliers, like huge example that everyone knows of like AliExpress. You could just like sometimes I just scroll AliExpress just to see what's selling, what people are trying to sell, like their ads, and how much I can get them for. And I see a product I like, let's say clothing. Let's say I see a great hoodie that I haven't seen before. And keep in mind I scroll AliExpress like every day, so that's kind of why I know like what I've seen and what I haven't seen. So it's something like kind of like time based, but once I realize it hasn't been sold yet, I'm just like, this looks interesting. And I reach out to suppliers and I basically instantly put it to TikTok or Meta, depending on like what I said previously, depending on like age and stuff like that. I would think to the target audience. And yeah, that's kind of drop shipping. Just find a supplier, sell it, make a website, and yeah, I mean it's never in your stock, so I'd say it's pretty good. It's a really there's not much risk to the business if you yeah, that's kind of it.
Yeah.
So, where'd y'all learn how to do all this from?
Just doing it every day for 10 to 14
Yeah.
hours, pretty much. It wasn't
Yeah.
like It wasn't like first month printing 30K a month. Like it was gradual. Or actually, no, it wasn't even gradual. It was pretty exponential. Just like
Yeah.
even like like March, April wasn't that good, and I was running into a lot of problems. Payment processing bans, TikTok ad manager bans is horrible. So after I got past that, it was pretty smooth sail, and it wasn't that hard to be
Yeah.
honest. Like if I
And
actually think about it,
surprisingly, yeah.
it wasn't hard at all.
Yeah, I mean the market's supposed to be in a downturn or whatever right now too, and I mean it's been like last month was my best month, so you know,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, have you ever thought about doing a business with an inventory, like with product and stock and stuff like that?
No, thought of? Yeah, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
eventually that's what you want to get to. You want to get to the brand phase where
Yeah.
you're ordering big bulk purchases. But yeah, by then, you don't want to. I mean, you don't want to have all your inventory of like thousands of orders and stocked up in your, uh, what is it, basement or bedroom or whatever. So, but the thing is, most people think that to build a brand you need to buy like bulk purchase and then store it in your house. But why though? You have your supplier dialed in. You have custom packaging. Pay a little extra for that. You have completely condensed shipping times and everything. You have everything, all your ducks are in a row. There's no real reason Like unless you have a personal desire to hold inventory in your room, there's not really a reason to do it. Unless you're a huge brand, and obviously you're gonna have a factory by then and a warehouse to hold all your goods. But I don't think there's really a reason at a small scale.
So another business question, more relating to me. So I run a 3D printing business. Like I do print on demand and custom stuff like that, right? I just started it a couple weeks ago, and how would I grow that? If I post consistently on TikTok and social medias, what other things could I do to grow it?
How much starting
Printing,
capital
what
do
do
you
you
have?
mean? Yeah, like printing as in give more details as well.
So the 3D printing business basically is you have, your 3D printer and you have the plastic you print with. I have that in stock, right? I have material to print with. So I can sell it and make some money. So that's kind of like the only inventory that I have, right? And if someone wants something custom printed, they send me the files that I print it, and bam, I charge them based on that, which, average order is like maybe $30. I don't really get a whole lot of orders right now. But then I also could do, one product and just sell that continuously. I wouldn't have inventory because it would be print on demand, but I would have inventory of the materials, basically.
Yeah.
Well, the first question is how much does having like said plastic cost? Like, is it something?
I can calculate it. It's about, $15 per kilogram. And if something takes about, 50 grams to print, that's really cheap. So the profit margins, I'm not really going to have to worry about ever because it's so much cheaper than the material. So it's pretty much non-existent. So
Okay, so like on a $30 order, you're gonna pay like what, like $1
like
to
maybe
fulfill?
three plus
Okay,
shipping.
$3. Okay, and then you're covering for shipping,
No.
or is
That's
that
included in the
$33 not?
price.
Oh, okay. So $33 is the customer's final price after paying everything.
I mean, dependent. That's with custom stuff, but with like pre-made shit, it would be
Yeah.
like $5 for one simple thing plus
Okay,
shipping.
well, what's the pre-made stuff? Like I don't know. I don't know much about 3D printing.
Well,
Is it like
that's
what?
the whole thing is I could change it, so I could do a new product every single day and test it, basically.
I mean, yeah. How much capital do you have
I
saved
have
up
a
that you're
couple
willing to
hundred
spend?
bucks.
Okay, so paid ads might be a little bit risky. If you want to do quality testing for all the designs. I mean, it also
Yeah.
depends because like your market's appealing to everybody pretty much, right? You're selling print on demand, kind of like custom designs to anybody. So you don't have
Yeah.
like a specific niche to advertise and like narrow down on. So the first thing I'd do is try to find a more niche down product
I'm mainly
slightly.
trying to sell like fidget toys on TikTok, like posting stuff like that. And I mean, I've been growing a little bit with the TikTok. I get about like 500 views per TikTok. I'm trying to post like
Yeah.
at least minimum once a day, but
Yeah. I mean, if I was doing organic and I only had organic and I couldn't ever do paid ads, first of all, I'd pick a specific product to market, right? So 3D printing is obviously a very wide scale thing. You can print many things. Sounds like you can make anything, right? Like
pretty
almost
much.
anything. Yeah. So I'd first of all find one thing that people are messing with, that's narrowed down to a specific audience. So like obviously try to target somebody. Because if you're just literally targeting everybody, just custom designs, everything, it's gonna be very hard to narrow that audience down and actually build any brand around it. If you only have a couple $100s, I would maybe at most. First of all, I'd find a way to get more money because paid ads is a lot more predictable. But if I was only down to organic, I'd be posting at least 6 times a day, like just hammering and trying to go
Six
viral.
times a day on TikTok.
Yeah. If I had to do 100% organic, no paid ads, I'd just be working all day, posting as many videos as I can until I go viral. Obviously, quality, right? Because the algorithm wants you to push quality content out.
Yeah, I can do
But yeah,
about 3 or 5 quality videos a day, probably.
I mean, depends how much time you want. It depends how much you want to put in and how fast you want results.
I've done paid ads on Facebook for Facebook Marketplace, but they took down my listing, so I had to make a new one. But I've been paying for that. I've spent like $2 out of 30 I had, and that's not doing that well. So I think they must have blacklisted me or something. But what other way could I
Yeah.
make money with paid ads?
I mean, bro, it's the best two platforms are Meta and TikTok. I mean, TikTok, if you want to scale fast, TikTok's the way to go. Meta's going to take a little bit longer to kind of, establish and everything because they're a lot more strict with bans. But yeah, TikTok, well, it all depends, right? If you only have a couple $100 in capital, it's not going to be ideal, right? You might test 5 products and they might all fail, each one costing you $50 of ad spend. That's $250 down the drain. So yeah, having some sort of stable income, whether that be a job or whatever, reselling or whatever it takes to get some extra capital, so that you're not completely, fucked after the testing. Um, that would be ideal. But yeah, the paid ads is the way to go. Every big business does it. Yeah, there's just no going around it. I mean, you could obviously do organic, but at some point you want to start spending money to get more money.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I literally just do the same thing he told. I mean, I don't
Yeah,
know. I mean, if I have just zero money, I would definitely just be like grind posting, and I would just Y55 went over this too. Yeah, I mean, I would literally just try to narrow it down. Like, here, if you don't mind answering this, like, how much like do you make a day, like off this, like 3D or whatever? Like, give me like an estimate. It doesn't have to be.
Barely anything. I mean, last week I made like $200 in a couple days, but then now I'm making no money, so it's kind of inconsistent. But
Okay, okay, so it's consistent, but it's in like a low scale.
no, it's not
Or
consistent. It's
okay,
inconsistent. But
okay. Have you found like a product or like a design, I guess in this case, that you've been like having success with, or just
no, I mean,
no?
I basically just started a couple weeks ago, but
Yeah.
I've been getting money on doing custom stuff through Facebook and some custom orders, but that's about it. I haven't sold any, like, got any orders for one specific product yet.
Okay. That's not a problem. It's like a different ways of going about it. Because if you're trying to sell like a specific like product right, that you're doing, then I would definitely be posting like organics every single day about that. But if you're trying to sell like the whole brand and you like the whole what's it called? The whole fact that you do custom stuff, I would definitely go with just like TikTok paid ads. I'm not gonna lie, because like organic, it's very hard to gain no matter what. Like super off the bat, especially if you don't even know what you're selling yet.
I
Like,
mean, I get like about a follower every post I get, so usually.
Yeah, no, but
uh,
it's all about
might not
time
be
collapse.
beneficial exactly.
You want
So
to get
it's
as
not a good
much
waste of your
done in
time.
a short amount of time. Like you want to be asking yourself, okay, how am I gonna get to 10K a month in 1 month from now with this? Or even faster, like 2 weeks, 1 week. You want to actually think about the fastest kind of steps to take that will propel you the farthest. Which is why paid ads is so nice. Like you pay for views, which obviously that's not good, right? Like compared to organic, you have an extra expense, but it's guaranteed. If your product is good, people will buy it no matter what. It's inevitable, if you just get it across in as many eyes as you can. And organic, it can be very algorithm based, where your entire business is all on if your video gets set amount of views, which you can't even guarantee. As opposed to paid ads, you can guarantee to get to 1 million impressions, which is views, with X amount of ad spend. Like it's guaranteed. So, yeah.
All right, we're about to end it in like 10 minutes or so, or less.
Okay.
Last couple questions. So, if someone was to start drop shipping with, or just e-commerce in general, with let's say $1,000, how would you spend it?
Ooh, okay, Abe, go first.
Okay,
$1,000?
so
Okay.
ecom. All right. The first thing I would do is so first of all, I have like a few talents, right? Like things that I know how to do. I know how to edit videos really well. I know how to make websites, and yeah. So the first thing I would do is I would literally like cold call, cold email, by myself. Be like, I would be offering businesses locally, not locally, whatever. Be like, yo, I'll let's say I'll be your VA. I'll make websites for you, blah blah blah, and stuff like that. But like, I'll just make a great website off Shopify, for example, right? I'll be your VA as well, and give me like this much amount, and like I would just go around cold calling, and if I end up getting a lot of sales and it's ended up working, I would hire some people, probably like there's some good websites to hire people for very cheap, across the nation and shit, and I would just tell them, yo, could you like cold call for me, cold email, whatever, and I would try to expand it that way. And once I have a little bit of capital, I would go back into what I'm doing now, and yeah, drop shipping.
So what's the minimum amount of money someone should need to have if they want to start the business model y'all are doing?
There is no real money. I think it's just the the money you lose while learning is the biggest part. Because once you've learned, like if you gave me like $1 today, like I could probably just be fine in like the next couple of months because I have like knowledge of like what will work, how to sell, But like the money you spend learning is definitely the hard part, and that's kind of why everyone quits dropshipping specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think
Because they
about it.
spend a
There's
couple
no set
$100
limit.
and they think they're gonna go to
Exactly.
millions, bro. That's not how it works.
Yeah,
Like,
there's no set like thing. It's just you got to put like a price on how much money you're willing to spend for knowledge.
yeah, yeah. Also, dude, it sounds stupid, right? Because most people that say this are trying to sell something, but investing in courses, it can be very hit or miss. You can spend $50 to $100 on a course. It can sometimes be complete shit, but sometimes you learn a very valuable amount of information that would have taken you 6 months to learn naturally, and you learned it in one single day. Like, think about how valuable that is. 6 months of information that you'd have slowly learned over a small amount of time, right? That you learned all in one day, and now you know all the tools that it takes. So sometimes investing, taking chances on information is the best way. That's what I did. I lost, a couple $100 on stupid BS courses. But then on the fourth course that I bought, um, it was a no BS course. I learned everything
What course
that
was
I
that?
needed to get to. It was no longer active. It's called an eCash. Cedric Picard runs it. No longer running it anymore. But yeah, always vetting the kind of people. You don't want to learn advice from somebody that's not doing what they're saying. That's not doing what they're preaching. You want to see people that are actually doing millions of dollars and prove it and learn as much as you can from them. But yeah, investing in yourself early. But back to the question, if I only had, you said 1,000, right?
Yeah.
$1,000 in my bank. Um. Okay. There's a couple things I'll do. And wait, Do I know everything that I know now, or I don't know anything? Like, what scenario? If I knew
Let's
everything that
say
I
you
knew
don't know
now.
anything. Let's say you don't know anything. You're fresh and you have like
Ooh.
$1,000.
Okay. Obviously, this answer would have been a lot different if I knew what I knew now, because then I'll just go straight into paid ads and know exactly what I'm doing and make it back, get to 1K profit a day within a couple days. But if I didn't know anything,
Yeah.
bro, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'll just join a lot of the ecom related discords. I'd spend $200 of this 1,000 on a couple courses. Maybe if they're all $50, I would spend four. I'd spend money on four. Two of them might be horrible, but two of them might give me access to information that'll make me hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, people don't understand that. People on YouTube will say, "Oh my god, he's selling something. Oh my god, he's selling a course." Like, bro, dude, you want to learn it by yourself? Okay, good luck, bro. It'll take 2 years. When you can learn it from somebody that's already done it, right? And even though it might be a scam, two of them might be a scam. Eventually, there's somebody that's actually has valuable information that's going to give you the tools that you need and give you the exact roadmap to get to six figures a month. So I would instantly allocate $200, which is basically nothing, bro. You can make that back in a couple hours eventually, in a couple days, couple weeks, whatever, however fast you learn. But yeah, $200 would instantly go into courses. The other 800, I would just start spending on ads. To be honest, even though it's $800, um, you got to learn at some point, right? The only way you're going to learn and get better at paid ads is to do it yourself. So I would start testing products, and if I, for some reason, didn't hit a winner after spending $800 on advertisements, I'll just find some reselling, or some I don't know, some like yard work or something to do to keep funding my advertisements, because that's how you're gonna get better over time. But yeah, and if I didn't invest, it sounds stupid, right? If I didn't, because everybody says it's a scam, but I don't give a shit. They can stay poor. It's not my problem. But if I didn't invest um, time and money in the beginning, paying money and not even knowing if I was gonna get a return on it, bro, I'd never be here. Sometimes you just have to say fuck it. And $50 is nothing. Nothing now, you know. $200 is nothing now. It doesn't mean anything. It means a lot when you don't have that much money. But you're gonna look back and be like, dude, I'm so glad I took the time. I took a risk to get this information. Now I know how to make 1,000 a day, 2,000 a day, 10,000 a day, and it's easier. It's a lot easier, and you save a lot of time. That's what I would do. So $200 would go into investing into some sort of course or get into some sort of community with people that are also doing big numbers. 800 would go into paid ads directly, and just start learning the game. That's what I would do. A little bit different than Evade's way. I think Evade would just do service-based business, but the thing is, Evade's doing a lot more money than me, so he probably has a lot more tools. Like I know he already has a lot of staff working for him, so he can utilize that. But if you literally have nothing, that's what I would do personally. Yeah.
Alrighty. 2 more questions, and then we're done. Alright.
Alright. No, this is fun. I've never done this before.
Yeah, okay, so next question. So I was on this certain course by this certain bald entrepreneur, as you might know. They were talking about like crypto trading and blockchain and all that stuff, and I want to know your thoughts on those things, like making money with crypto.
Okay, I can't speak about it because I know nothing about it, but eventually I'll probably partner up or team up with some gang, or we'll network our way to just find a guy that knows what he's talking about and just print millions. That's probably what's going to happen. We'll probably just make a ton of money e-commerce, invest it into something, and then just print like tens of millions. But I don't know anything about it, so I don't know.
I know a little bit about crypto. It's just more like, I think connections is what matters more than like anything else, really. Yeah, so I wouldn't jump into crypto without making like some other business model work. But then again, like I said, I haven't said, but like I feel like you can make almost any business model work. Like truly, I truly believe that. Like if you work hard enough, you know every single little thing about like the quote unquote like business model or business. I think anything online could work. But I mean, me personally, I probably just wouldn't go into it as like the first thing I do.
No, the thing is, bro, once you have money, you can just network with people that know how to do it.
Exactly.
Become boys with them, right? Now, let's say you're doing 100K a month, right? Which I was soon to be doing, maybe like end of the year. 100K a month, right? You'll also meet other high status
Right.
individuals and high money makers that you'll just learn it. You'll build a genuine relationship. Say, hey, bro, if we put 1 million together into this coin, we know it's gonna pump. We have this. All these people are backing it up. Bro, you guys all print together. It's like a mutual benefit, you know? Like
Yeah.
high rollers roll with high rollers. Like it's just good business. Like that's the thing. Like you just network and you find people that know how to do it, and you just trust them. Just obviously you gotta make sure you trust them, right? You're not gonna invest in a shit coin and lose $1 million. But yeah, crypto. I don't know anything about it. I can't speak about it. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, yeah, I can't give advice on if I don't know. You know.
That
So.
makes sense. I get that.
Yeah, I
Alrighty.
hate people that also do that.
Next question. Final question, and then we're done with the interview.
Okay.
What's next for y'all after this e-commerce stuff? You gonna keep doing it for 10, 20 years, or what's up? What's the next
Right.
project you're working on, or next thing you're working on?
Okay, Vade, go.
I'm definitely gonna just look into like doing other business models, not just online, but like other shit too. The first goal for me and always has been just like retire my parents, that's like a all-time goal for me. Retire my parents, get a nice car, and that's kind of all I want out of life, you know what I mean? So Yeah, I mean, I don't have any like crazy plans as of right now, and everything's working. But I'm
Yeah,
definitely gonna
to
be.
be fair, we are still pretty young though, you know. So we still have like a lot of
Yeah,
time to figure it out.
I mean, I
We're
just
both
turned
17.
17. Like, yeah. So, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
the next business venture is probably just gonna be anything I could try. I don't know. I'm willing to test everything in the book. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, for me, bro, just keep doing e-commerce for the next couple years, decade. Like dial it in, build huge brands, and then, bro. I mean, you think about it, yeah, same thing. Retire the parents, right? But then after that, dude, like, what else is there to do? You know, like
Balling
you,
out,
just,
partying.
yeah. No, I'm not gonna party, bro. I'm never gonna fall out.
Yeah,
But
neither of
like,
us are
no,
partiers,
no, no,
but
no, yeah, no. I mean, yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but no, we just don't. We're probably just gonna retire our parents, travel, eat the nicest food ever, keep going to the gym, buy huge houses all over the world, nice cars, and then, dude, you just keep printing. I like business though. It's not like something I hate doing. I
That's pretty
like the
fun.
game. Yeah, no, it's fun. And just think about it, right? All the struggles that you're going through, be happy that they're there because all these struggles is why everybody in the United States quits. Everybody in the United States doesn't know how every kid that was born in the United States doesn't know how lucky they are because I'm assuming everybody has access to food and can connect to the internet. Like, dude, Jack, you gotta realize half of the country would never like the chances of them being a millionaire is basically zero because they don't have access to the internet. The fact that you have access to the internet is already a miracle in of itself, and now you should use it correctly to print. Like dude, we're just talking about
no, yeah.
how
I mean,
ungrateful everybody in the United States is.
I mean, I was born and raised in Turkey. Like, I'm Turkish, right? And it's just it's insane to me how people don't take advantage of like where they're born. Like, me and Y55 know this fucking like almost billionaire at this point from India, and like he literally went to like the library every single day just to like have some internet, you know, like, and he had to make it work, and he ended up making it work. So it's just like crazy how I think people really take for granted what they have.
Yeah, they just don't
Yeah.
want to bet enough, bro. They're just like, dude, they're just like chilling. They do this for a couple hours a day. They do that for a couple hours a day. That's why I'm literally telling Garrett, you know the guy.
Yeah.
My personal advice to him, okay, is he's doing too many things at once. Okay, like bro, doing too many things at once is the worst thing possible to do. You're trying to do this. You're trying to focus on this. You want to get better at meditating. You want to get good at the gym. You want to do your business. You want to try this business. You want to try this service-based business. That is the number one worst thing you can do. Because, dude, none of them's gonna do well. Like, bro, think about it, Jack. Right? If you only played one video game, okay, obviously don't do this, right? But if you only played one video game for 1 year, okay, but I had to learn 8 all at the same time, like, bro, I'm gonna be bad or like mid at 8 of them, and you're gonna be extremely good at one. You know, you
Yeah.
only need one business model to work. So don't, dude. My advice: if you actually want to make, if you want to, I don't know what your goal is, obviously, but if you just want to become
Build
fun.
a tech company, successful.
Okay, yeah.
Company.
Okay, and like probably print millions, retire your parents, live a nice life, happy ever after, right?
Yeah, that's
Like, bro,
build cool shit.
all I would do is work on that. I would forget all of the self improvement stuff. Obviously, go to the gym, eat healthy, right? But the rest of the time will just be working, 10 to 14 hours a day. And you'll get, you know, if somebody works 3 hours a day, which seems like a lot to a lot of people, which is literally nothing, and somebody works 14 hours a day, I'm literally getting, more than 4 times the amount of work done in a year. Like, think about that. Every day adds up, and it's starting to get, you separate the gap. But yeah, that's what I would say, bro. Plans, I don't know how that turns into that, but plans after would just be keep doing e-commerce and print, bro, and travel.
Alrighty. I think we're gonna wrap this
That's
up.
it.
So if y'all want to have anything you want to promote, do it now. So
No, that's chill, it's chill. We're
Yeah, it's
incognito.
good.
nothing, promoting nothing.
Nah.
No,
Alright,
literally nothing.
I get that. I ain't that
Yeah,
famous.
yeah.
Alrighty. End of the interview.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, y'all about to head out. I'm about to
Yeah, we're about to head out. All right.